Imagine living so far away from civilization that the nearest city is thousands of kilometers away. No highways, no nearby airports, sometimes no people at all. There are places on Earth so isolated that reaching them can take days. And yet, people still live there. Welcome to GeoSpective, where geography explains everything. These are some of the most isolated places on Earth. And some of them are far more extreme than you think. Number 10, Pitcairn Islands. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean lies one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth. The Pitcairn Islands. Population? Around 50 people. No airport. To get there, you first fly to Tahiti. Then take a ship for around 30 hours. The islands were famously settled by mutineers from the HMS Bounty in the late 18th century. Today, nearly everyone living there is connected to those original settlers. It's so isolated that basic supplies arrive only occasionally by ship. And because the island is so isolated, many residents know each other for generations. In fact, with such a tiny population, Pitcairn is one of the few places on Earth where almost the entire community is connected through a shared history. Number 9, La Rinconada, Peru. This is the highest permanent settlement on Earth, over 5,000 meters above sea level. At that altitude, oxygen levels drop dramatically. Temperatures remain freezing. Daily life becomes physically exhausting. And yet, thousands of people live there. Why? Gold. La Rinconada grew because of nearby gold mining. But conditions are brutal. Many homes lack plumbing, heating, proper sanitation. Despite this, people continue arriving, hoping to make money in one of the harshest environments imaginable. Number 8, Svalbard, Norway. Halfway between mainland Norway and the North Pole lies Svalbard, a frozen Arctic archipelago where polar bears outnumber people in some areas. Winters bring months of darkness. Temperatures regularly fall below freezing. And yet, people live there year-round. Svalbard is so remote that there are strict rules about infrastructure. Some areas require carrying rifles for polar bear protection. And surprisingly, cats are banned in parts of the islands to protect local bird populations. It's one of the northernmost inhabited places on Earth. Number 7, Tristan da Cunha. This tiny volcanic island in the South Atlantic is often called the most remote inhabited island on Earth. The nearest populated land? Over 2,400 kilometers away. There's no airport, no easy access, and only occasional ships from South Africa. The island has just a few hundred residents. Everyone knows everyone. And because of the isolation, the community developed in a very unique way. There's even a limited number of surnames on the island. Number 6, the Australian outback. Large parts of Australia's interior are so empty that some cattle stations are larger than entire countries. Towns can be separated by hundreds of kilometers. Roads stretch endlessly. And in many areas, mobile signal disappears completely. Services are extremely limited. And survival depends heavily on preparation. Some children in remote regions even attend school through long-distance education systems because there are no nearby schools. Isolation here isn't just geographic. It's part of daily life. Number 5, Antarctica. Technically, Antarctica has no permanent cities. but temporary research stations operate year-round. And this is isolation on another level. No roads connecting continents. No normal infrastructure. Just ice, wind, and extreme cold. During winter, some stations become almost completely cut off from the outside world for months. Temperatures can drop below -80 degrees Celsius, and evacuation can become impossible. This is one of the few places on Earth where humans live almost entirely surrounded by nature. Number 4, Itokakortoormite, Greenland. Yes, that's a real place. And it's one of the most isolated settlements in Greenland. Population: around 350 people. For much of the year, sea ice limits access. The surrounding environment is dominated by Arctic conditions, mountains, glaciers, and enormous empty space. There are more sled dogs than people. And outside the settlement, almost nothing. Number 3, Easter Island. Located deep in the Pacific Ocean, Easter Island is famous for its giant stone statues. But geographically, it's extraordinary too. It's one of the most isolated inhabited islands on Earth. The nearest continental landmass is thousands of kilometers away. Yet centuries ago, Polynesian navigators somehow reached it using ancient navigation techniques across open ocean, which is still considered one of the greatest achievements in human exploration. Number 2, the Sahara Desert. The Sahara is larger than the United States, and huge parts of it are almost completely uninhabited. Some regions go years with little or no rainfall. Settlements exist mostly around oases, trade routes, or limited water sources. Outside those areas, there's almost nothing. Just heat, sand, and enormous distances. Number 1, Point Nemo. This is the most isolated point on Earth. Not an island. Not a city. A point in the ocean. Point Nemo is so remote that the closest humans are often astronauts aboard the International Space Station. That's how far it is from civilization. It's located in the South Pacific Ocean, thousands of kilometers from land in every direction. Some spacecraft are even intentionally crashed nearby because the region is so empty. No shipping lanes. No cities. Almost nothing at all. And now I'm curious. Which of these places would you actually visit? And which one would you never want to live in? Let me know in the comments. This is GeoSpective, where geography explains everything.